This was the most brutal hunt this T-Rex had ever endured. Its belly was torn open with deep, gruesome wounds, and a chunk of its tail had been bitten clean off. It did manage to take down a Triceratops in the end, but the victory left it so weak it could barely stay on its feet. Just to survive, it had to fight through the searing pain and gulp down its kill as fast as possible to regain some strength. Out in the primeval wilderness, wounds like these were a death sentence waiting to happen. Infection could set in at any moment, and once it spread, there'd be almost no coming back. But this T-Rex was a seasoned survivor. As soon as it recovered enough energy, it made its way straight to the water's edge. It used the river to flush out its wounds, doing whatever it could to keep bacteria from taking hold. But the smell of blood was already drifting through the air, and a far greater danger was closing in. Another T-Rex, drawn by the scent, emerged from the tree line on the opposite bank. The injured Rex snapped into high alert instantly. This newcomer was massive and every bit as powerful. In its current state, there was no way it could win a head-on fight. All it could do was stand its ground and watch the others' every move. Across the river, the rival was hesitating too. When two apex predators clash, both pay a heavy price. Then, in the middle of this tense standoff, the wounded Rex raised its head for a closer look and realized the newcomer was an adult female. The male immediately dropped his guard. He slowly exposed his throat in a courtship display, and the female mirrored the gesture, signaling her acceptance. Once he'd fully recovered his strength, the two T-Rexes headed together toward a larger stretch of river. Massive herds of herbivores were migrating through the area, and most of them were exactly the kind of prey a T-Rex dreams of. But the Triceratops herd remained on high alert. Their sheer size and deadly horns made them a serious threat. The male still carried the scars, both physical and mental, from his last encounter. To avoid another close call, the pair came up with a far more calculated hunting strategy. After nightfall, the two Rexes began to move in silence. Their unique eye structure allowed them to see clearly in the dark for dozens of meters. The hadrosaur herd, on the other hand, had mostly drifted off to sleep. Even the ones still awake could only make out what was right in front of them, leaving them virtually blind to the approaching danger. The two T-Rexes crept forward on their fleshy, padded feet, barely making a sound. One hadrosaur was still busy feeding, completely oblivious to the death closing in. The two Rexes split up and circled wide, forming a pincer around their target. The moment the hadrosaur wandered into the center of their trap, the female struck first. She exploded out of the shadows at terrifying speed, charging straight for the kill. The panicked hadrosaur bolted, only to run right into the jaws of the male, who'd been lying in wait. Its throat was clamped shut in an instant, and all resistance was over. Caught between two sets of crushing jaws, the hadrosaur stopped breathing within moments. Follow me for more exciting content to come soon.